Are you planning a trip to Austria or Vienna? Well, these are some of the things you should be aware of and definitely shouldn't do if you're going to Austria. I cycled hundreds of miles across Austria, so I got to know it really well. In fact, there's another video I filmed covering that ride, so if you want to check that out, I will leave the link in the description below. When you dig right down into the things we're going to talk about today, most of it comes from a place of kindness, respect and courtesy for others. And if you remember that whilst you're in Austria, I think you're going to be okay. So let's start the list. Cash is king. Now in Austria, they don't like to take cards if they don't have to. Yes, a lot of the big stores and the big restaurants will take card, but when you get into the more rural areas like I'm in right now, people are very reluctant to take card if they will take it at all. So carry cash on you. Trust me, I learnt this the hard way. And bank machines, ATM machines, whatever you want to call them, they are not easy to find here. They're not as prevalent. So bring cash with you. Trust me, you will thank me for it. Public transport in Austria and Vienna is excellent. Here's a few tips condensed into one point. Before boarding transport, make sure you have bought a ticket. They don't like selling tickets on the train and can fine you if you don't buy one in advance. When you're going down the escalator into the underground, make sure you stand to the right. If you don't do that, people are going to get upset with you. And finally, if you are getting the train to the airport, make sure you do not get the city line. You can just get the standard train and it is a third of the price. Austria is a predominantly Catholic country, so a Sunday is sacred and everything comes to a halt. Like literally everything shuts down. There might be a few tourist shops open, maybe a few of the key attractions, but if you're after any kind of amenities, groceries, that kind of thing, you're going to struggle to find somewhere to buy them. There might be a couple of like corner shop type places open. They're few and far between and tend to be quite expensive. So if you need to buy anything food related, then do it any other day of the week than Sunday. Don't be loud. This is a big one for the Austrians. They keep everything very quiet, very polite. If you're in a train station, a park, you'll notice everyone's talking at a low volume. People keep it quiet, respectful, and if you're loud in public, expect somebody to call you out on it. They'll come up and ask you to be quiet or even shush you. Don't ask me how I know, but just trust me, don't be loud. So there's a saying, rules were made to be broken. I don't know where that saying came from, but I can tell you it didn't come from Austria. Now Austrians take their rules very seriously. Asking them why is that a rule is like asking somebody why is water wet. They will just answer, it's the rule. So if there's a sign telling you not to take a picture, don't walk on the grass, don't use your phone in that area, trust me, listen to the sign. The police aren't necessarily going to come after you, but the locals may very well call you out on it, so follow the rules. Don't pay for water in Vienna. Look out for these drinking stations. They are everywhere, they're clean, and most importantly, they're totally free. Photography, videos. Now this is a slightly complex, nuanced one. Photographing in touristy areas is absolutely fine, but if you kind of head out into the sticks or head out of the main touristy areas in Vienna and start just photographing and filming everything, people might not be really 100% happy with that, and you'll start to get disapproving looks. You might even get somebody tell you off for photographing or filming something. So, you know, in the touristy areas, photograph, film to your heart's content. But when you go in the attractions, just keep your eyes open because most of them you're not allowed to actually film or photograph inside. So slightly nuanced, but one to be aware of. So this is more one for my fellow Brits, and it's jaywalking. I'm not sure what they call it in German, but if you do not use a crossing and you just decide to make your way across the road when, say, the traffic stops, like you would in England, you could end up with a fine. You need to be using crossing points in Vienna. You've got to wait for that green man. Do not go when it's red, because otherwise you will be told. Cycling in Vienna.
Now, it isn't for the faint of heart. While the Danube Cycle Path is clear, free, relaxing, and even the ride into Vienna itself in the immediate vicinity is absolutely great. Once you leave that, and if you decide to go out cycling in the busy tourist parts, it is a free-for-all. There are mopeds, tourists. There will be a local directly behind you, angrily trying to get past. Do not go out cycling in Vienna without familiarizing yourself with the signs, the rules. There are traffic lights specifically for cyclists. There's special rules for cyclists. So don't go out without knowing the rules.
And this is one for the American viewers. Do not expect somebody to bring you the bill once you've finished eating unless you specifically ask for it. In England, this is something we're just used to, that's how it is. I can't speak for the Austrians, but I know as an English person, if somebody brings me the bill without asking for it, it kind of feels a bit rude, like I'm being rushed out of the establishment after I've finished eating. So that's my video about Austria. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate you. If you want to drop me a like, a subscription, all that really helps my channel grow. I do have other videos on the channel based around cycling and cycle touring and others to come. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Alright, thank you. Bye bye.